Hello everybody, welcome to the WACA Ground in Perth. It is a sellout, it is 41 degrees and the Perth Scorchers are playing host to the Sydney Sixers in the final of the BBL. Let's have a look at the lineups. Herschel Gibbs has been outstanding, over 300 runs in the competition. North has been outstanding as well. Ronke may come in at number 3. Mitchell Marsh is probably the best all-rounder in the competition, along with Paul Collingwood, Simon Kaddish, Nathan Rimington is back in, and also Brad Hogg has taken the most wickets for the Scorchers as well. For the Sydney Sixers, Mose Enriquez, we haven't seen the best of him in this competition. Could it be his night tonight? Stephen O'Keefe opening the batting as well. Nick Manison has scored the most runs, 265 for the Sixers. And what about Brett Lee, Mitchell Starc and Stuart McGill? Very handy with the ball, the Sydney Sixers. Marcus North for the Scorchers has won the toss on a good pitch here at the WACA and elected to bat first.
There's the current temperature, 38.5. I'm sure it was around about 41 degrees an hour ago. Humidity 16%, so virtually nothing. It is a real dry heat over here in the west. Okay, we're not too far away from the first delivery in the final of this first Big Bash League with the franchise system. And it is the Scorchers and the Sixers. Herschel Gibbs going to face the first delivery. Here comes Brett Lee, charging in. Oh, gets a short one. It's in there, straight to the man. Well, what a start for the Sixers. It's the danger man, Herschel Gibbs. Look at Brett Lee.
Someone catch that man. Unbelievable start for the Sixers. Brett Lee is fired up. Tried a short delivery first up. Herschel Gibbs, who's probably been the best batsman in the tournament. And he's out first ball. Incredible start to this Big Bash final.
It wasn't that short, but Herschel Gibbs just helped it on its way. And unfortunate for Gibbs and the Scorchers, straight to the man in the deep, and Brett Lee, that's the quickest he's run all summer. Oh, what a great start to this game for the Sixers.
Well, they'll be in shock. Herschel Gibbs gone first delivery. There it is, the Golden Duck, 1 for none. So he was in complete surprise, Herschel Gibbs. He stood there for ages. I'm not sure why, because as soon as you hit it straight to a fielder, you got to go. But what a start for the Sixers. They are the underdogs tonight here at the WACA, especially having lost the toss. Very important toss. Normally the side winning the toss and batting first wins here. But what a start. Straight to him. Dominic Thornley. And the reaction of Brett Lee. High fives. Here comes Brett Lee. Again. And it's Luke Ronke off the mark. He's batting at number 3 tonight, so no Paul Collingwood. And he is away, and so are the Scorchers.
Such a dangerous batsman, Luke Ronke. We've seen him score a few hundreds in the Ryobi Cup at a runner ball, and his strike rate, when he gets going, will be above that 139. It's a lot of boundaries. Big sixes as well. And he's up against a fired-up Brett Lee. 2 slips in place.
Just a little bit of seam movement. Didn't think there was swing, but just a little bit of movement away.
Paul Rifle, one of the umpires today. And what a start to this contest. Brett Lee, we thought, well, he's the man for the Sixers, needs to get early wickets. What's he do? First ball.
Yep, Paul Rifle and John Ward, the umpires today in this final. Well bowled from Brett Lee. He's aggressive. 143.
He's fired it up, the binger, isn't he? Bit of a chat. Have a look at this wicket from third eye. Square leg umpire. And yes, just checking. And yeah, we see Brett Lee take off.
That is fantastic, isn't it? The third eye, we see Brett Lee there. He wants Thornley. Misses all his other teammates. Gets the high five, and it's a neck. He's broken through again. Brett Lee, 2 wickets in the over. Incredible scenes. Peter Neville in, celebrating. Mitchell Starc. Oh, what a start for the Sixers.
Well, the big players stand up in the big games, and that's what Brett Lee is doing at the moment. That was full and wide. Luke Ronke, well, often he goes early. A lot of the times for a duck, he's got a couple so far, and then he gets the thin edge through to Neville. He's not going to drop that. So what a start here for the Sixers, and Lee celebrates.
Well, that's incredible stuff from Brett Lee and the Sixers. And Luke Ronke goes for 2. The score, 2 for 2.
Well, very parochial crowd here at the WACA, and they are silent at the moment. Mitchell Marsh, can he be the man? Man of the match in the semi-final. Average of 32, strike rate 114.8. So he's just got to steady things down now. Marcus North hasn't faced a ball. The skipper up the other end, he's just standing up the other end with the wide eyes, thinking, what's happened here? Is that a noise down the leg side? Half an appeal and a wide. I thought I heard a noise.
I think it might have been off the thigh pad. But the way Brett Lee's bowling, he won't mind an extra delivery. Chance to get a wicket. So the crowd are stunned. Brett Lee's bemused. I'm sure that's hit something.
Well, Greg Blewett was up. Maybe the bat hit the leg on the way through. Look at that replay. I think that's come off the thigh pad. Pistol, what are you doing?
They need all the runs they can get at the moment. The Scorchers. Oh, what a shot. Well fielded too. That was hit very, very hard, and it's been knocked down by Enriquez. What an over from Brett Lee. 2 for 4 after 1. Mitchell Starc back into the side for the Sixers with the pink zinc. Oh, there's a play and a miss. So good start for him. He's an important addition, I think, for the Sixers. They're just lacking a little bit of firepower. They've got terrific spinners, but I think they just needed that firepower, the pace of Mitchell Starc. And he should swing the ball too.
11 wickets at 12 in the Big Bash, so he's been a big reason why the Sixers have made the final. It was 12th man for the Adelaide Test.
Off the thigh pad, so that'll be a leg bye.
It will be interesting to see if both Lee and Starc get as much swing as they've been getting. The sea breeze is in. They're not the traditional breeze for swing bowlers. They like the easterly breeze generally here, but should just get a little bit of movement.
Okay, Marcus North just about to face his first delivery. He's seen it all unfold up the other end. Couple of slips in place. And he's in behind that one. Well, Alan Border was out for the pitch report, and I went and had a little look at it as well when I first got here, AB. Bit more of a green tinge to the semi-final. It's the same pitch. And the first impression I got, there's a little seagull just having a waddle across. Hello. My initial thoughts were it's just going to be a little bit quicker than what the semi-finals pitch was. Here's Mitchell Starc again. That's a good shot from Marcus North. This will almost get to the boundary. Fielder after it. No, 4 runs. Good shot from North.
Yeah, great effort in the field there from Nick Maddinson. But it's a very, very fast outfield here at the WACA. Even though it was hitting into the breeze, does sometimes stop the ball on that side of the ground, but Anderson really putting in, couldn't quite drag it in. Great shot.
Down the leg side, reasonable appeal by Stark, but just angling down the leg side, you feel. Another run to the total, leg bite.
He got an LBW in the test match, Sachin Tendulkar, with one that just swung back in. And the little master was on his way.
Tell you what, this looked pretty close to me. Marcus North getting across his stumps, maybe just drifting down the leg side, but might have been going on to clip the leg stump, but you can understand the umpire not giving that.
Geez, I wouldn't want to be batting if you're umpire, AB. Good shot from Mitchell Marsh. That'll be a boundary to the youngster. Lovely cover drive on the up. End of the second over, 2 for 14. And that is fairly straight.
It's very dry heat. Normally the humidity, it might see a bit more swing, or with that sea breeze, sometimes just negates the swing. Because this fella would swing it, I would have thought, in most conditions.
Well, that was straight. It's hit well, probably too well. He was very deep at mid-on, no run.
Good timing from Marcus North. Both him and Mitchell Marsh providing full faces of the bat. And he's had a good series opening up with Herschel Gibbs, Marcus North.
Short one, pulled away, and that's a good start for Marcus North against Enriquez.
Well, Enriquez hasn't bowled a lot in the last couple of games. He's just dropped that one far too short first up. Marcus North just jumps on this, and that's a very good shot. Leaves a bit of pressure.
In the air, wide of mid-off. Gee, it was a very catchable height, but in the gap.
That's all that matters, doesn't it? Ball goes in the gap. Decides to try and go over the infield, Marcus North. Gets it out of the middle of the bat, but not probably as high as he would have liked. But fortunately, in the gap.
Proving a big over for the Scorchers. They needed it in this power play with only 2 fielders out.
Short, that's hit hard. That's a boundary.
Not a good start of the over for Enriquez. Yeah, got what it deserved.
He does tend to leak boundaries, Enriquez. He tends to bowl a fraction on the short side. Gee, it's a good shot. It wasn't a real bad ball, but Mitchell Marsh, he looks like he's seeing him right out of the middle at the moment. He's hitting the ball very hard.
He's got a deep point as well. Didn't get near it.
No!
That's another shorter delivery.
Ask you, Junior, what did you think of the thinking about Ronke at number 3? They lost the early wicket of Herschel Gibbs, and I think they just wanted another hitter with Marcus North. Collingwood was listed to come in at number 3, but maybe they just wanted a bit of firepower to replace Gibbs.
Well, it didn't work, Louis, that's for sure. But Luke Ronke's a bit hit and miss, isn't he? If he gets going, he can score very quickly, but he's always vulnerable early on, particularly against a new ball. I would have thrown Simon Kadich in.
Over the top of mid-wicket. And it'll just be a couple.
Yeah, I guess they were looking to sort of keep the momentum going early, but against Brett Lee, who swings the ball away, Ronke is always going to be vulnerable. As it turned out, that's exactly what happened. But Kadich and Collingwood haven't really batted much, have they, in the whole tournament? So I suppose they're keeping them back. But I would have been tempted to throw Simon Kadich in there. He's a very competitive player.
That's in the air as well, but it'll go to the boundary. So Mitchell Marsh looking ominous here at the WACA.
Well, ominous, but they're not too far away from the fielders out there, so he's got to be a little bit careful. It was hit hard, just wide of cover, but they're just starting to get something going now, Perth.
Well, hits the ball so hard, Mitchell Marsh. If I was fielding in the circle, I'd tend to just sort of hang back a bit. Cover and mid-wicket are both very short on either sides of the wicket. I think they need to give themselves a bit of room there.
That's over mid-off. Wonderful shot. It might have even cleared the rope. How well and hard has he hit that?
Well, what I love about this shot from Mitchell Marsh, he's just nice and still, keeps it nice and simple. I think he's just got that mentality. If it's full, I'm going over the top. If it's in my zone, I'm just going to loft it. Is it over the rope? Yes, it is. A couple of feet over.
It just went flat. Cleared mid-off at a good pace of knots. 285 for the tournament. Enriquez 16 off this over so far. His first one went for 10. And he'll be happy with a single. That is the 50 up for the Scorchers. It's taken 7 overs and a run rate 7 runs and over. Oh, that was hesitation. They both ran down and said, what should we do? And they went, no, don't worry about it, and ran back.
I thought there was one there off the bat, but whenever there's hesitation, it always brings about trouble. Luckily, they got away with it. Well, they went straight away, then they had a bit of a second thought about it. In the end, they've got home.
There's a decent gap there between cover and backward point.
Haven't had the best week, have they, the Marsh family? Sean Marsh, a couple of failures in the test match, unfortunately, and Jeff Marsh got the chop from the Sri Lankan coaching job. So it's up to Mitchell. That's a good shot too. He'll probably go for 4, will it? Yep, so Mitchell Marsh flying the flag for the Marsh family.
On fire at the WACA, the younger brother.
How exciting is this, though? A young player coming out and performing on the big stage. So I just think it says a lot of things about him. Man of the match in the last game, the semi-final. He is one to watch.
He's gone back. Oh, might have been going down the leg side. Not a bad over, though. 6 from it, 2 for 56.
Well, that was very wide. No run there, Marcus North.
Well, it's a bit of a loosening up over from Stuart McGill. You would think he'd be pretty loose out there, though, with the heat.
Well, it's a good over because he's actually mixing every delivery up. No 2 balls have been the same so far.
Top edge. Oh, it's out. What about that from Stuart McGill? 3 down now for the Scorchers and a huge wicket. Marcus North on his way.
Well, he's done it, Stuart McGill. It wasn't Mitchell Marsh, but it's a big wicket. Marcus North. So there's that bounce we see at the WACA. It was, I think it might have been a wrong, and again, it was a top edge and straight to the man there. Stephen O'Keefe, that short backward square, and that's a big wicket. There he is, he does it again.
Well, whatever it was, had a fair bit of top spin on it, and that contributed to the downfall of Marcus North. So the skipper on his way, 22 from 24 deliveries, and the Perth Scorchers have lost their 3rd wicket with 60 runs on the board.
Oh, it didn't turn. It's one that just went on with the arm, and Collingwood thought it was going to turn.
More the floater type delivery. Didn't put a lot of side spin on that, Stuart McGill. It's still very good, isn't it? The execution from Stuart McGill, excellent.
That's into the deep in the air. It's well hit. It's a couple of bounces right out of the middle of the bat for Paul Collingwood.
Great connection there from Paul Collingwood. He's worked out that the sweep shot is on. That was in his scoring zone. McGill just angling the ball into leg stump. That's a great shot.
Down the wicket, he's got it. Got it big time. On the roof.
Massive strike from Mitchell Marsh. Sweet big 6, 286. And that one didn't slide. That's trampolined off his back.
I tell you what, you won't be able to measure this. That has gone a long, long way. Up onto the roof. Up on that top deck. Brilliant. And that's good batting too. Just a single to get up the other end.
Well, he's got the confidence just to time the ball. Look at this, down the wicket, and he just got there. Across the line. Beautifully hit. Pretty well followed as well. Yeah.
What about the shadow of the 6 from John Ward, the umpire?
Get it, get it. Nice, Benny.
Entertaining over that one. 10 off, 3 for 79.
It's good bowling from McGill.
It is, but it's been great match awareness from Mitchell Marsh as well. We've seen him growing confidence through the tournament. Now the match against the Stars in the semi-final. And he's just picking which deliveries to go for. And in between that, he's hitting the gaps, rotating the strike.
Into the gap again. And this time it doesn't get through to the fence.
And just a single, so that's very good fielding. He's had a good afternoon so far, Nick Maddinson. Been in everything. Ball has followed him around, but he's done very, very well.
Oh. Down the wickets. He saw him coming too. Marsh was good enough to get something on it.
You had to be. Looked very vulnerable as he advanced down the pitch.
Get it. Sock, sock, sock.
So just a single. Tidy over so far. Gill into his third. He's got 1 for 13. And you got O'Keefe 4 overs, no wicket for 22, and take out that 6. And exceptional figures.
Yeah. Lovely shoot. Get it, Scotty.
94 metres, that 6 from Marsh. Going to hit some big 6s over his career. But he's the man most likely to get the Scorchers to a big total tonight.
Come on, Mark. Good ball, get it.
Yeah, it's another good over from McGill. It's the 4 from it, 3 for 83. And his first game was the semi-final against the Hobart Hurricanes. 1 for 25 from 4, and I thought he bowled really well. Bustling guy from Sydney, and he held his nerve in the semi-final.
He's a school teacher by trade. And Stuart Clark, seen him play over the years. He's been an excellent club cricketer. Played for Scotland as well a few years ago.
Oh, 5 legs up. Nice work from Collingwood. Down on one knee, just lapped it round the corner.
And smart batting from Collingwood. Sees the finally in the circle. And he knows Moran's going to pitch the ball somewhere around about that off stump and outside. So just helps it on his way. That's smart batting.
It's like a real English county cricket shot, that. Just a bit of a deflector. Doesn't need the brute strength of Mitchell Marsh to get the same result. So fine leg has gone back. Third man is up. No one in on the leg side in the ring. Bowling way outside off stump.
Yeah, that was in the slot. You can still hit the ball through that offside. There's a lot of fielders out there, but plenty of gaps still. Missed that fielder that backward a point there, and it's 4 runs.
Got to be careful. Third man is up, and it's Stuart McGill too. Oh, short. All to the leg side. That was the perfect one to guide down through third man. It was short and outside off stump.
There was a change of pace. He just dragged it down. And that's what saved him, was the lack of pace. It's coming down the right side of the ball.
So Mitchell Marsh finally comes up and the third man is up. May suggest another slower delivery. And it's full this time.
Well, they're going to have to get a move on, the Scorchers. These last 6 overs, they need at least 10 and over to get to that 150, 160 sort of range, which is below par, but will give you a chance if you bowl and field well.
Well, the reverse. Oh, what about that from Paul Collingwood? That is class. Full delivery, middle stump at good pace, and he's beaten the third man.
Great innovation again from Collingwood. We've seen some different variety of sweeps from him in this innings, and he's been a wonderful T20 player for England, captained them to a win in the World Cup in the West Indies, and then using the pace nicely, and it's going to run so quickly here at the WACA. So acceleration in that over, 10 off.
Down the wicket, it's in the air. It may fall in the gap, and it does. McGill reaction.
Very good bowling
McGill
again
reaction,
from Stuart McGill. Mitchell Marsh looking to go downtown and catches a thick outside edge. And unfortunately for the Sixers, lands safely.
Top class batting from Mitchell Marsh. That brings up his 50. And it's his second one in the BBL this season. And what a good time for it to come as well. They were 2 for not many when he walked to the crease, and he's given them a decent chance tonight.
Marriage proposals in the crowd for him as well. Everything's happening for Mitchell Marsh, maturing as a batsman, bowling handy overs as well. He's in the Australian T20 team.
Back down the ground. Could have hit that anyway. Gill will be happy. That was a rank long hop, and it's only cost him 1. I think Collingwood's thinking that now. So McGill now, just the 3 deliveries left in his allotment of 4.
Just feel that Mitchell Marsh wants to go down and get him over the top, but such is the skill and turn and deception from McGill, hasn't been able to do it.
Just get the feeling he wants another wicket. He wants to throw it up. He does. That's the thing with Stuart McGill, and probably Shane Warne as well. With 2 balls left in his day, he'll want to get a wicket. He'll want to attack the batsman.
He's been good, hasn't he? 1 for 19. He's been hit for 1 boundary. So last ball for Stuart McGill.
And that's the end of Stuart McGill. It's a good spell. 4 overs, 1 for 20. And the Perth Scorchers 3 for 99. Let's get down to Sarah Jones.
Thank you very much, BJ. I have Nikki Lawson with me from KFC. It's been such a wonderful tournament. You must be delighted to be involved, and tell us about that.
Oh, it's been absolutely fantastic. You know, KFC and cricket have always gone together so well because it's the way Australians celebrate summers, with KFC and watching cricket. But the Big Bash has just taken that to a whole new level. The extended audiences that we've had watching both on TV and at the grounds, and the way it's tied into our Fresh Test campaign has just been fantastic for us.
Elite cricket can't happen without grassroots cricket. First, tell us about how KFC supports local cricket clubs.
Yeah, we really believe that club cricket is the backbone of cricket in Australia, and because of that we're involved in sponsoring a lot of community cricket around the country. So this year, in fact, we would have put $80,000 into community cricket. And tonight's no different. There's a competition where the Perth community clubs will get the opportunity to win $20,000 for their club tonight.
Sounds great. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks very much, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. So into the 15th, 16th over, 3 for 101. Scorchers. Paul Collingwood just starting to get into his stride. A look for two again. Yep, good running. So it's a couple of twos in succession. The first one was very well run.
Yeah, there's different ways to skin a cat, isn't there? You pick up your twos, very, very important. Knock the ball into the outfield, run well. They still need some boundaries, but this will work. Get that scoreboard ticking the right way.
Won't beat mid-off, but they'll get a single.
Well, how often do we see runs on the board in a final? Doesn't matter what the total is, it's always difficult to chase down. So 3 for 104 at the moment. I reckon if they can get somewhere between 140, 150, they're well in it. They need to finish off strong, and they're very capable of doing that. Mitchell Marsh is there, 51 from 42. Collingwood just starting to get going.
Well, Marsh is the key. If he bats through the 20 overs, I think they could get 160, maybe even more. If he gets out, then you could probably drop 20 off that total. So he's the key. It's pretty hot out there, and he's running a lot of twos and ones as well. So fatigue may come into it in these last couple of overs. I know he's a young man, but it's knocked you around a bit running every ball. Steve Smith trying to get his field right. Not easy to set the field to Paul Collingwood because he's got those reverse sweeps both sides of the wicket. There's the reverse sweep, left hand, and that goes for 4 as well.
The reverse sweep off the bouncer that he guided over third man. Is that how you describe that?
Well, was it a top edge or what was it off? Well, he obviously tried to get it where the ball ended up. Stuart McGill, no chance of chasing that one down. But yeah, he was looking for the full one, wasn't he? And he dug it in. I think it was even slower. Good result.
Left-handed hook shot. That's his go-to shot, isn't it? The reverse. Now the Sixers have reacted to that batting from Paul Collingwood. Third man goes back.
He's going over mid-wicket with it. Man always hasn't picked the ball up at all down there. Jose Enriquez rang the wrong way. I don't know how that happened, but he's looking at the sun, I guess. End of the over, 12 off it, 3 for 111. And that'll just be the single out to deep cover. So Stark's got 2 overs left. Brett Lee's got 2 overs, so you'd imagine they'll finish off the innings.
Yeah, so not going to be easy just to go crash, bang, wallop against those two. But anyone can go. They're going to be swinging the bat, that's for sure. As long as they don't lose their shape, they can get that 10 runs and over.
Yeah, he's improved a lot, Mitchell Stark, but I still think he's gettable. I don't think he'll get every ball where he wants it to be, so there'll be scoring opportunities against him. Brett Lee might be a little bit more difficult.
Oh, it's in the air. It's gone high up. Should be caught. Steve Smith underneath it. He doesn't drop too many. Yeah, and he's taken that very easily. No hat, no sunglasses, but he still caught it.
Oh, I love the confidence there, Mark Waugh. That did go up, and there's a bit of cloud cover around tonight. Sometimes the blue skies here in Perth, it can be difficult just to work out exactly where the ball is, but he looked fairly composed underneath that one. We have seen him take some good catches. He's an excellent fielder, going for the cool points there as well, the young man, and it's a good catch.
So good breakthrough for the Sixers. Paul Collingwood goes. Very handy contribution from him. He's made 32 and the score now 4 for 112.
That's in there as well. Will that carry out to deep mid-offal? That's the second time Moses Enriquez hasn't picked the ball. That's 2 in a row. Put some glasses on, for goodness sake. Do something.
Well, he is looking into it, isn't he? That's probably the worst spot to field on the ground at the moment. You can see him put his hand up. He didn't know where it was, and I think it was a genuine chance. I really do.
Put sunglasses on. That's what they're for, aren't they? You mate, Simon Kadich is at the crease. I reckon Paul Collingwood would be hot because he comes from Durham, and I don't think it gets above what it might get, well, 15. Might get the 25 there occasionally.
I've played a game up there where it snowed overnight. So, yeah, not high temperatures, especially at the moment.
Short one first up and a good one too. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, he's got away with it. So that's a nice welcome to the crease for Simon Kadich.
Teammates 1 week, combatants the next. Gee, that looks as though it was above head high. Good bounce from Mitchell Stark, big, tall, young man. And, gee, that's got to be over the head high. Junior Waugh.
Well, that's line
Jeez,
ball.
I thought it looked all right.
That's only missed the helmet by about an inch.
It was okay, yep. Oh, that one's chopped past the stump, so it'll be 4-2, so that's a lucky way to get off the mark. Mitchell Stark won't be too happy.
A big bouncer to start with, and then follows up with quite a good delivery. And just misses that off stump. Kadich is away.
We're used to him getting it down to fine leg, aren't we? But normally walking across the stumps on a little flick, not with a genuine inside edge like that.
Gee, they needed that boundary too, the Scorchers. Well, it's well bowled, and they'll look for 2 here. Pretty well struck by Kadich, and they will come back for 2. So the end of the over, 8 off. It was a pretty good over by Stark. 4 for 119. Brett Lee back in the attack. He was the man that got those 2 wickets. What can he do now? Oh, that'll be a wide.
Only the second wide of the innings, and Brett Lee just coming back for a second spell. He's changed ends, and yeah, gets away from him.
Well, I think this is going to be the plan to Mitchell Marsh, because he does like to that front leg. You can see where it's going. So Brett Lee's going to be bowling, or trying to bowl Yorkers just near that white line. He missed it on that occasion, but I reckon that's the plan to Marsh.
There it is again. He got that one right. I'll get a single. Well, it's hard to really get hold of those deliveries. If you're right, Blue, if you give yourself a bit of room, you're going to end up getting it on the end of the bat. Brett Lee's got fine leg up too for Marsh, so you can't really afford to get 2 straight.
You've got to be looking at a couple of zones to me. You've got to expect the wide one, and you should be looking to hit it hard through that cover area or point area. And then if he gets it wrong and gets length straight, will you look to go straight down the ground? So you should be not thinking one area, which a lot of blokes tend to do.
I reckon too, AB, that area around about backward point as well. If it's a full ball, you can sort of slice it through there and use the pace of the ball.
Yeah, well, that's the shot. You know, full delivery, that's where you should be looking to hit it. If it's full and wide of off stump, that's a good zone to get a boundary.
It's well bowled by Brett Lee. They'll look for 2 here. Enriquez, he's picked this one up. Yep. He's at least running towards the ball this time.
He hasn't got the sunnies on yet, Mark Waugh, but he did see that one. The previous two deliveries that have gone to him, he hasn't seen the first couple of seconds of the delivery, but he's normally quick to the ball. He's got a good arm, good hands normally too.
Just cursing himself there. What's wrong with me, I think he said. Send out a pair of Oakleys or something, and sunglasses so he can see.
It's got to help, hasn't it? When you're looking straight in the sun like that, the glare.
Well, everyone else has got sunglasses on. Why isn't he?
Now, even with sunglasses on, Junior, it's hard work, I reckon, looking into the sun.
What, you think I've never been out in the sun, mate?
No, I'm just saying, give him a break. That's the hardest spot to field on at the WACA right now.
It's not tiddlywinks, it's the final, Bluey. Get some sunglasses on. Oh, that'll be a wide again.
Well, you can see the plan from Brett Lee. He really is trying to bowl full and wide of that off stump. And if you execute it well, it's very hard to hit. But yeah, it's just getting away from him. If I was Mitchell Marsh, I might just take a different guard, get across some stumps a bit more.
I think he might have, AB. I thought that last delivery was more towards off stump. Looks like he's batting on around about middle at the moment with his toes.
Oh, full toss, out, dropped. Oh, Stephen O'Keefe, he's dropped the sitter, and will that be costly?
Well, that's great for the Scorchers. Obviously, Mitchell Marsh, he's the power hitter. He's the man that's in and could be dangerous in the next couple of overs. And got a full toss. The bat just turned in his hand straight to O'Keefe. I think it got to him a bit quicker than he thought.
He just lost his balance, didn't he, Stephen O'Keefe? He wasn't balanced when the ball came to him. And it's bobbed out, got into an awkward position. He'd be disappointed not to hold on to that one. Split his webbing earlier in the season. I think he might have dropped a catch in the Ryobi Cup at mid-on. That's well bowled. He took a great catch in the semi-final against the Hurricanes.
It's pretty good bowling this from Brett Lee. It's curtailed the scoring, even though they're throwing a couple of wides. It's making it very difficult for the batsmen to get up and under the deliveries.
Yep, just 6 off this over, AB. That includes a couple of wides, so he's bowled 2 extra deliveries already, so it's been pretty tidy. Hopefully for Brett Lee and the Sixers, this is the last delivery of this over.
And again, full. Steve Smith hits him, he's out. He doesn't, and they might get an over it. No, they won't. As Enriquez mopping up, so a good over by Brett Lee. Just a 7 off it, you'll take that. It's 4 for 126. In the air, will this be a chance or will it be 6? No, it's off the toe and it's still going for 6.
I'll tell you what, I thought that had gone straight up in the air and was going to land somewhere in that cover region, and it's just gone all the way. That's the power of this young bloke. That has hit nowhere near the middle of the bat. Sliced off the bottom toe end of the bat. 6.
Well, Stephen O'Keefe, he'll be counting how many runs Mitchell Marsh gets from here.
In the air.
Well, that's 6 already. It's right off the toe. Oh, that's gone too. This one's flat and hard.
Oh, this is brilliant stuff from Mitchell Marsh. His highest score of the tournament. And as I mentioned, Mitchell Starc won't get every ball in the right spot. We saw Brett Lee bowl a very good over in the last one, but he's just missed his spot a couple of times here, Mitchell Starc. And he's paid the price. A couple of back-to-back 6s.
It's a good-looking shot, that, isn't it? Straight down the ground, straight over the sight screen. At power, at pace.
Yeah, he's not finished either this over. Mitchell Starc's got to be right on the money here. From around the wicket, he's just sliding the ball away from Marsh, which is giving him that room to hit over cover. As we speak, he's changed the angle. He might want to try and tuck him up around the rib cage, but he's got the final leg up, so that's going to be a dangerous line to bowl as well.
He just needs to get this Yorker right, I think, Junior. Anything else, he's in big danger of going. Or otherwise bowl that line that Brett Lee was. Fallen outside off stump.
And it's well bowled and well fielded. Yeah, only thing is, I think you get a bit predictable when you throw every ball up in the block hole. It's nice to throw in a bouncer or maybe a slower ball.
Have a look at the couple of sixes in this over. That was off the toe end of the bat, and that wasn't. Straight down the ground. Great shot.
Yeah, that's power. So he's got on to 70, Mitchell Marsh, 52. Simon Kadich on strike, so that might be a bit more of a relief to the Sixers, getting Kadich pacing up to the bowling. Steve Smith just working on this field. He needs another man in the circle. He's only got 3 at the moment, so mid-wicket's going to have to come up, which is himself. He'll stand on the rope. He's got no hat or sunglasses on, Steve Smith. He's looking straight into the sun. And that's 4. Short and pretty ordinary delivery, but well put away by Simon Kadich.
Well, I'm not sure whether he tried to bowl that. Hope not, because he didn't get it. If he was trying to bowl a bouncer, he didn't get it high enough for a start. That was just in his hitting zone. Simon Kadich, wide open spaces there on the onside. So that's a mistake again from Stark.
And that's right in his slot too, isn't it? Simon Kadich, that sliding back and across his stumps. That is right in the hitting zone.
You'd be better off trying to get Simon Kadich maybe hit through the covers rather than through the onside. He's hit that hard, straightened him off and gone. Nick Maddinson takes the catch. He hit that well, Simon Kadich, just didn't get enough elevation.
Yeah, that was the right area to try and hit that ball, but he hit it straight to him. Either side, probably 2 or 3 metres either side, and he gets a boundary. So a little bit unfortunate there for Simon Kadich, but Mitchell Stark will be slightly relieved.
Yeah, well struck, but straight to the fielder. Normally, you don't see the mid-off in the circle, but on that occasion, produced the wicket. So Simon Kadich goes for 12. The score 5 for 143.
So Nathan Rimican coming in at number 7. There was some doubt whether he would play in this game. But he's coming in. He's a dangerous little hitter too, Remington. A bit underrated with the bat. He had a hand injury, Remington.
Yeah, I think he dived, and I don't know whether it was a dislocation on his little finger, I think, in the semi-final, but he's okay.
Oh, he's away with an edge too, and that'll go for 4. So 21 off the over. That's a very good over for the Scorchers. 5 for 147. That's a good start, but it's an inside edge for 4. So back-to-back edges, and that's a bit of bad luck for the Sixers.
Well, as a bowler, you can't do anything about this. He executed that delivery perfectly. It was a good Yorker, the right line. Marsh somehow gets enough bat on it to squirt it down to that final leg boundary. So 150 up, and this is a big over. The difference between 160, 165 is enormous in a final.
He's in the slot again. They look to just keep it to 1, and they've come back for 2, and I reckon he's in. I reckon that's a very good bit of running. Stephen O'Keefe just thought they were going for the single. So once again, that's pretty costly fielding.
Brett Lee's fuming, I reckon. He takes his time, because you're right, just at no stage did he think he was going to come back. Does he get there? Brett Lee, I think he's just home, I would say. First time, on second thoughts, is he on the line? Over to you, AB.
Yeah, look, the shadow's right there, isn't it? When are the stumps broken there? Let's have a look at third eye. The umpires looked at that. Oh, gee, that's hard to call.
Well, I reckon you need the view from behind the stumps, because that shadow's in the way. I think he's going to be in. But, yeah, you're right, Brett Lee wasn't happy with that fielding. Stephen O'Keefe should have known better. And in the end, I think he'll just get home here. He'll get the photo finish in the batsman's favour. Still waiting. And the green light. So it is a 2. So Marsh remains on strike. I don't know how they got 2 on that shot, because it went inside the circle. Well, what can Brett Lee do here? Oh, it's a full toss. And Stephen O'Keefe gets hold of it this time. So just a single.
Well, Brett Lee bowled a couple of overs in his first spell, and he's just about to finish off his second spell of 2 overs. So you see the difference in his first spell. The yellow looking to hit a good length. Remembering he picked up a couple of wickets in his first over, and then his second spell, you can see what he's trying to do. Nice and full, round about the popping crease. Couple of wides, but apart from that, he's bowled just about every ball, I think, in this spell where he's wanted to. Good skills.
Yeah, 2 for 21. It's been a very good spell of bowling. And it's a play and a miss, and they'll get through for the single. Just good pace, nearly 146 Ks.
Yeah, on that occasion, going for the length ball, I think against the new batsman, maybe trying to get a wicket. Hoping that maybe Remington might try and hit him over the top, get a bit of a high ball, but they scramble a bye, which is good for the Scorchers because Mitchell Marsh is going to face the penultimate delivery. 2 balls left.
They're finally up into the circle. And what can Mitchell Marsh do? He's on 77. Oh, that is well bowled. Very well bowled by Brett Lee. A dot ball.
Yeah, can't do much with that. That is just magnificent bowling. Man on 77. Just perfect Yorker.
Well, he's mainly bowled Yorkers to Mitchell Marsh, hasn't he? But he's varied his line a little bit. That was closer to off stump. He's been a lot wider than that, but his length has just been brilliant.
Would you have been tempted to give Mitchell Marsh a single then? Just kick it away, get Remington on strike, last ball. Here we go. Last ball. And well bowled again. It'll be a play and a miss, but they will get the bye. And Mitchell Marsh and Brett Lee lock horns, but it's a very good last over by Brett Lee. Just the 9 offered, and in the end, the Scorchers get the 5 for 156.
Yeah, very good performance from the Sixers in the field. They started off brilliantly. Brett Lee, first over, a couple of wickets, and then the Scorchers have responded well, making a very competitive score, probably 15, 20 runs below what we think may be par, but in a final, that's runs on the board, means a lot.
Yeah, I think in a final, that's just about par. 170 in a final, or 170 normally here at the WACA is about par, but in a final, 156 is around about where they need to be. Mitchell Marsh, sensational. 77 off 57. Couldn't quite get him away to the boundary, but it's brilliant bowling at the end by Brett Lee, and Paul Collingwood just supported him a little bit.
Yeah, Brett Lee is fantastic, 2 for 21. Mitchell Starc was expensive. Enrique is very expensive in his 2 overs. And Stephen O'Keefe and Stuart McGill both did a very good job with their spinners. So not a bad effort by the Sixers.
The Sixers, what can they do? Here we go. Beer. Coming in nicely with the arm.
I think you're better off just playing him as a slow left arm in-swing bowler, Michael Beer. He's not trying to turn too many in this tournament. Oh, Enriquez a duck in the last game, semi-final. Nervous moments for him.
Go on, boys, we've got to pick a winner from here. I think the Scorchers might just snatch this one. It's going to be close.
Gives himself some room, but can't get it away. Listen to the crowd. The atmosphere is building. I'm going Scorchers. Runs on the board.
They will clap every dot ball here in Perth. It can change around so quickly. Scoreboard pressure, runs on the board's always a good start.
And that one's through. Too short. Lovely shot there from Enriquez.
It's definitely silent around the ground, and that's a good indication of boundary for the opposition.
Well, he gave him a bit of a side of the ball before. It was a little bit short and he hit it straight to the fielder on that occasion. Look at that gap. That's quite big on the offside. So just had to make sure it was through. The outfield's lightning.
Ball, mate, we'll ball.
No room there. That's where he's got protection out at long on. Only 2 out in the power play. Hasn't gone for over 30 in the Big Bash so far. And the best economy rates, the Scorchers have got 2 of them. And they're 2 spinners as well. Brad Hogg, economy rate of 5.4. I mean, that's almost respectable in 50 over cricket, let alone T20 cricket. And Beer, 6.3. They've strangled the opposition batsmen so far in the Big Bash. End of a neat over from Beer. That's what we expect from here. After 1 over, 5 off. On the money, first up, Nathan Remington. And Brad Hogg just fields a regulation ball. He's getting a standing ovation these days.
Outstanding season in the BBL, Brad Hogg. Coming from club cricket, straight into the side. He was the last man recruited for the Scorchers. And all of a sudden now he's first man picked.
O'Keefe on strike now. Nathan Remington will be looking to try and shape the ball away from O'Keefe. Nice shot. Gets it through the field. He'll pick up 4.
Well, if anyone was going to get to it, it was going to be Paul Collingwood. He hasn't lost a lot of his pace in the field. He picked it up pretty well straight away. It was hit on the up, and Collingwood trying to make ground to his right. Gets the full dive in, couldn't quite get it.
Runs so quick at the WACA. Oh, big in-swinger from Nathan Remington. He'll have to bowl that one again. It's gone miles.
Well, he came into this side with a bit of an injury cloud. It's a suspected broken hand in the semi-final. He had tape on it in the warm-ups. He's got rid of that tape tonight. It's a right hand. Just a little bit of nerves for him.
Oh, that's a better delivery. No room there. Outside off stumps. So the ball's moving for Remington.
Well, you've played a lot at this ground, Brendan Julian. Just seems to swing around a little bit more at night. Is that fair to say? That's probably why the teams chasing have struggled.
Oh, I wouldn't say night time, and the breeze is in, it swings. That's through again. It had a little bit of shape on it, but it was too full. And we get picked up inside the boundary, and Collingwood and Kadich will do the work. A new ball will swing, definitely, night or even day.
Maybe the breeze dies down a little bit at night, does it? Therefore, it swings a little bit more. Sometimes when it's a bit blustery with the doctor.
No, look, I think once the doctor comes in, it's in. It's been the easterly breezes in the last week or so have been just too strong for the sea breeze to get in and the wicket.
So Brennan Julian's said that the dock is in the house. The ball should move around.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. I don't think it's that breezy at all. I think the hot breeze off the desert's really not anything. That's a better delivery and a good one to finish off. No wicket from 15.
Get better conditions to bowl quick in at night. Backs away. Henriquez, he gets a bit of that one. And one bounce for 4. Brilliant shot.
That's a bit more like it. Absolutely nothing from the crowd. No, I didn't hear one clap. Backed away, and that is a good shot. Nothing. BJ?
And nor should you either. It's the hometown advantage. That's why you get on top of the table, and you get to host it if you win the semis. Get nothing at the Adelaide Oval.
That's a good delivery. Pacey too, 141.8.
So they clapped the dot ball, but didn't clap the very good shot through point.
We want fans out there picking their teams and sticking with them. The hometown, the city rivalry. That's what it's all about. It's the furnace.
Short again. Great strike again from Henriquez. So short to him is not working. Maybe pitch the ball up. Got to slip in place.
Well, he's got the bit between his teeth. He went for 27 from his 2 overs. And he's got something to prove. He missed out in the semi-final, Henriquez.
And he gets a bit of this one. It's high and it's safe. O'Keefe coming back for 2.
Well, that was an example where he just needed to get bat and ball there. It was full, it was wide, it was just shaping away. He just needed to get enough on it, would have raced away. He's got his weight going the left side and just swinging. See the bat there? It looked like he might have been trying to go maybe mid-off or straight back. Not getting anything on it. He just needed to guide that.
Yeah, should be doing better with those. They're almost wide half volleys.
Oh, how hasn't that bowled him? Coulter-Nile cannot believe it. Ronke doing some good work behind the stumps.
And that is great work from Luke Ronke, because he would have thought it would have bowled him as well, but he got his glove on it, stop 4. Steve O'Keefe giving himself a bit of room. And, coat of paint. Another sticker.
Edmondson bowling his second over. That's beautifully struck by Henriquez. Well, he's hitting the ball very hard and looking dangerous.
Well, he's holding his shape, isn't he? He's not giving himself that much room. He's just sort of steady as he's playing the shot. That is just smoked through the offside. That's power.
Well, Edmondson's not quite as quick as Coulter-Nile. He's not quite getting the shape away either, so he's more in the zone of hitting for the batsman at the moment. And once again, Stephen O'Keefe, well, he's just swinging like a rusty gate at the moment. Got to keep your eye on the ball, keep your shape, as we've been saying.
Well, he's moving around the crease, and that front foot is just opening himself up so much, so it's very, very hard to hit that particular delivery.
In the air, and that'll be 6. Henriquez has smoked that. Great shot.
Great strike. Powerful young man. Wheat Bix 6, 289. What can Beard do now to come back? That was in the slot. Great swing of the bat. Good connection. Good stable base.
And again, yeah, that'll go again as well. So that's really good batting by Henriquez. We saw this in the Champions League in India, and he's doing it again here tonight.
Well, that's the zone for Henriquez. Hit the ball straight. You're so powerful. Hitting the ball down that offside. And back-to-back shots, just hitting the ball straight down the ground.
Well, it's good batting, and he's dropped that beer up there, the old mate in the grandstand. And they'll look for 2 here, will they? No, just a single. A smart batting by Enriquez.
So Henriquez drop-kicked Beer for 6. And this bloke's dropped his beer.
Oh, in the air, beautiful shot, and that'll be 4 as well. So Enriquez gets another boundary, beautifully timed.
Yeah, good shot there. There's the familiar wagging tongue. And he's opened up to hit with the spin of the wrong'un. So good innovation, Henriquez, 46 off 27 now.
So 9 off the over. It's number 62. And half volley to start with, and they'll come back for 2. Now Stephen O'Keefe's dropped his bat.
How's Steve O'Keefe going? He's 13 off 20. He's swung hard at just about every delivery. And it was kicked out by Mitchell Marsh's follow-through. And he takes one ball, though, hit it in the screws of the bat, and all of a sudden you're back in form.
Oh, shot! Stephen O'Keefe, well, he's come good here. He smacked that for 6.
Yeah, dragged down from Mitchell Marsh, and finally for Stephen O'Keefe. Gets one out of the middle of the bat, went very flat. There's a man in the deep, just in front of square, is he? And straight over the head. 6 of the best.
How flat was that 6? The third eye view from John Ward. Hit the ball very hard. Will that get him going now? He's had a tough night.
Well, he's been swinging hard, and he's got one out of the middle, so it might be just the catalyst he needed to really rip into the bowling here. 49 from 30. His first 50 of the tournament, if he gets it.
Yeah.
And he will get it. So 50 to Enriquez. Good time to bring it up to in the final. End of the over, number 73. Well struck again by Enriquez. He's looking very, very dangerous. Didn't have the best of time on the field. He couldn't see the ball out there looking into the sun, but he's making up for it here with the bat.
Scoring off every delivery off Hogg so far. So not letting him work on one batsman down one end. What can he produce? He's done everything through the big bash. Plenty of wickets.
It's firmly struck as well. So run rate required 7.7. So that's well within range, isn't it, for the Sixers? And 10 wickets in the shed. Don't really have to take too many big risks to that at this stage.
Well, I'm thinking, not having lost a wicket and you're into the 10th over, I mean, it just gives you almost a free license from now to really go hard. We've got plenty of batting, the Sixers. But no need for panic stations, but it just gives them a free rein.
That's in the air, but that'll be 4. That's found the gap. Very well placed by Stephen O'Keefe.
Starting to flourish now. Good connection again. So they're a little bit more up with the batsman to come. Hogg not getting wickets and leaking runs as well. I'm visualising Mark Waugh in a Sixers cap in the post-match here.
Should get 2 here. Coulter-Nile, he's got a good arm. But they make it. So good running by Stephen O'Keefe and Enriquez. Into the over. 9 off at none for 82.
Well, at the moment, there's no scoreboard pressure. The run rate requires 7.5, so the Sixers can just go easily at the moment. Not for Henriquez. Taken on mid-on, and he's won. Number 3 for Moses.
Well, again, it's just shown what power he has. Moses Henriquez just taking a length ball straight down the ground. And a good catch, sir. Left-hander. Didn't spill a drop either.
This one's in the block hole.
Well, that's the zone to be if you want to take a catch in the grandstand. That was the area where a couple of the customers fell over not long ago. But he's taken that clean as a whistle. One-handed there in the right hand and left-handed. Snatched it out of thin air.
Beautifully done. And it's got the bouncer and square leg, and it is a wide.
Yeah, it looked like a wide live. Paul Rifle just confirming that to John Ward, and I think they got it right too.
Let's have a look at that side on view. Touch and go. Touch and go.
He's gone for it again. Mid-off is up and has cleared him easily, and the rope. Second one for the over.
Oh, this is superb batting from Henriquez. He's hitting the ball so cleanly. That's his 4th 6, his 5th 4 to go with that. And he is on fire. He's going to win this game pretty easily if he bats for another 4 or 5 overs.
Well, this didn't hit anywhere near the middle of the bat either. Still flying long enough to get over that boundary rope. It's a very, very dangerous time. Scorchers need something special.
Fine leg up, and mid-off goes back. And Henriquez ends up with a single. It's 14 off this over so far. Still 2 deliveries left. Run rate required. It's down to 6.5.
Yeah, run a ball just over, and they need to get rid of Henriquez. But it's good for Stephen O'Keefe because he can just really play his shots. He can just go for it and try and get the Sixers close as possible.
Oh, he's tried to lap it around the corner with a ramp.
Be better off just standing still at the crease, Steve O'Keefe, just for a while anyway. Did one shot out of the middle. It was an off-speed delivery, so the bowler did well.
Pretty good at that shot. It's his go-to shot a lot of the time, so fair enough.
He's gone off the block. Oh, it's a misfield. Collingwood, you don't often see that from him. And they'll end up with a couple. So a very good over. 16 from it. It's blowing it out. No wicket for 98. And a slower delivery down to third man. And another boundary. So beautiful batting from the Sydney Sixers. 100 up for them. And the Scorchers look puzzled.
What a partnership. There's the dugout. Pretty happy at the moment. And Henriquez, well, have a look at him. He's 69 off 38 deliveries. Striking at 181. Stephen O'Keefe, a runner ball, basically. But superb partnership. Just what the doctor ordered.
Probably happy to keep Henriquez on strike. 69 off 39 balls faced. 6 fours, 4 sixes. None for 102.
back down the ground. Just similar styles to Mitch Marsh, these two young guys.
I was about to say it'd be a good contest who hits the ball harder between Enriquez and Marsh. Both extremely powerful strikers of the ball. And he's hitting straight. That's the key to his batting tonight.
O'Keefe goes out over the top this time. And just a couple. There's plenty of twos to be out here at the WACA. The corners of the ground. A lot of turf to cover for the men out in the deep. 52 from 50 now, the Sixers.
We've seen how games can change quickly with a couple of wickets. Even when the run rate's only 6 and over, if you can get the game to the last over, you're always a chance.
And over cover, beautiful shot. Really well timed from Stephen O'Keefe. Got out of the middle of the bat, but the placement, outstanding.
Well, now Stephen O'Keefe's getting in on the act. And this is the freedom you can bat with. No wickets. And a couple of men who have had plenty of time in the crease now. That's right in the slot for Stephen O'Keefe, just to swing the bat through the line. And problems for that man.
48 from 49. And he misses that. And the over, that's 11 from it. No wicket for 109.
Oh!
There's a bit of a shout.
Well, Hoggy was up, but no interest from keeper or umpire.
Down the leg side, got him. That's what they needed. Scorchers finally break this partnership, and Hogg's done it.
Well, there it is. There's a big wicket. Enriquez got a wide one down the leg side. I think Brad Hogg saw him coming, fired it down, and all of a sudden the Scorchers, well, they might be back in it.
That's the man they needed. Enriquez was playing so well down the track. And a little bit of turn there for Hoggy, and gets the breakthrough. And they celebrate that. They needed it desperately. And it was the end of a fantastic knock from that man, Moses Enriquez. He's gone for 70 and the score 1 for 110.
Moses Enriquez there, departing Nick Maddinson. Top run scorer for the Sydney Sixers, 265 runs this season. And comes in at an interesting time. The door might be just slightly ajar for the Scorchers. And Hogg goes to 13 wickets now. But he'll give them all away if he can get the Scorchers home tonight. He's away, Maddinson. He looked for 2. He won't get that.
Well, it just lifts the whole team, that wicket. Looking pretty down and out. Their body language, the Scorchers, and the crowd were quiet. Now they've got something to lift them. A wicket, and the big one. That was the man they wanted, Enriquez. He was pretty close to taking this game right away from the Scorchers if he'd batted for another 3 or 4 overs. There you can see Brad Hogg with a little shimmy. And they've got the energy back now, the Scorchers.
And the pressure will go to O'Keefe now. He's 37 from 33. .45 from 45.
Might need to attack the new man before he gets started. Nick Maddinson just have a man or so up in the ring.
Oh, laid it off. Did well to get bat on it, because if he missed it, he was gone.
Did really well. He started to come down the wicket, and Hogg saw him and fired it in. He's been in good form, Maddinson. A lesser player might have missed that. Did well. Good bowling there from Brad Hogg.
really starting to get some turn now. Bradley Hogg. Really getting good revs on that ball. Gripping on the surface, bit of extra bounce.
Really well bowled from Hogg. It's a wicket and 3 from it. 1 for 112.
Go!
Quick run. Oh, and it's well executed.
Yeah, good early call. Secret there. Good response from Madison. He's quite quick between the wickets.
So all they have to do, the Sixers, chip it around. Run rate required 6.5. See in the side screen set.
They've got to manually drag the sight screen here. A lot of grounds, it's an automatic movement. Mechanical. Oh, it's a good shot from Keith. Just a single though.
Just got to be careful here, the Sixers. They don't just lose momentum. As you said, you don't want the game to go into that last over. Yeah, whatever to win. Just don't want that to happen, so got to keep the foot on the accelerator.
And the leg side. And that's a boundary.
He's a very, very fine sweep of the ball, Nick Maddinson. Hits it hard and he hits down on the ball. It's a very natural shot for him.
This was in the slot, wasn't it? Wide down the leg side. Going with the angle. And perfectly placed.
Oh, it's chipped back. It'll just be a single. Teasing Michael Beer. So with that one boundary per over, it just gets the run rate under control nicely. 37 from 37. Just straightforward for the Sixers. Strikers will get to the stage where they'll have to bring up a couple of fielders to make the batsman go over the top. Should only be one. Is 9 from it. 1 for 121. Acton through to the deep and well picked up from Simon Kadich.
The Scorchers, well, they need wickets, but they've got to get the game to the last over, haven't they? They've got to make the Sixers maybe need 6 or 8 off the last over, and all of a sudden you're a chance. Brad Hogg's bowling well again. He's got 1 for 22 and 3.1.
Nearly with Maddinson. You could tease Maddinson and bring mid off up, and Hogg spinning away. It's a risk, but it might be the risk that they need to take. Make him hit over mid off. And there he goes. Mid off. On the bounce.
Yeah, very important they keep the energy levels high. The Sixers keep being positive. As Mark Wars pointed out, do not want the game to go on that last over.
Well, O'Keefe knows. He knows he's the man, Hogg, and he just wants to bat him out. Need 2 off the over. And fielder from Collingwood. So 1 delivery left for Brad Hogg this season. 13 wickets. And he's been pick of the bowlers this season for the Scorchers. What's he got for this last ball? In the deep. Going, and gone. Onto the hill. Good strike that from Stephen O'Keefe. Hogg finishes up his 4 overs, 1 for 29. 10 sixes tonight, 1 for 129.
Nice little glide from Maddinson down to third man. That's all they need to do from here, run a ball. They've got some cool heads to come as well. Stephen Smith has played a few pressure innings so far in his short career. Ben Rohrer in this situation would be very good, as would Dominic Thornley. So they've got 3 good players to come, even Peter Neville, the wicketkeeper batsman. So really, it's there to lose for the Sixers, but the Scorchers have just got to keep believing. 27 off 29, Marcus North instructing his fielders. It's got to keep trying to take wickets, create chances. Past the outside edge.
He might have to think about dragging one of those boundary riders into the circle, Marcus North, just to try and stop a single inside that circle, particularly with only a run of ball needed.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jimmy. That last ball of Brad Hogg's over, you just felt something was just starting to build up and then just dropped it short, and O'Keefe was good enough to pounce on it. So that was a bit of a let-off. So they need another over similar to that, where the last ball doesn't go for 6. And again, another short one and called wide. That appeared to be a little bit harsh, obviously on height.
He hasn't been too tolerant on the wides tonight, Paul Rifle. That's pretty high. Good call. Cool to Noel. He's bowled a lot of short deliveries and wide as well, which O'Keefe has missed up until now. I think he's got to pitch it up and try and attack the stumps more.
Well bowled. Are you happy with that bouncer rule, boys, or do you think it maybe should be about a foot above helmet height? Seems a little bit harsh to me. Not much room for error for the faster bowlers with that bouncer.
I can live with it. I'd like to see an unlimited amount of bounces, though, as long as it's below head height, because I like the pull and the hook shot, and once you don't see that as much in limited overs cricket.
Oh, and that's almost off about middle stump, just opening up the face.
He's in good touch, Maddinson. He's played well throughout the series without getting real big scores. He's looked good in most games, and that's off middle and leg, and he did it easily too. It was very well constructed late cut off leg stump.
Well, he's been the steady influence, Maddinson, and at such a young age, so this will do his confidence a lot of good. Oh, there's another massive swing. Well, I mean, I suppose he's done his job. He's 48 off 43, but it's really been the innings from Enriquez that it's allowed him to play a bit like this and get away with it.
To have a look at those dots for short deliveries, and they're not even aimed at the body. They're very, very wide, and Stephen O'Keefe has generally swung as hard as possible. But when you look at the figures at the moment, as you said, Bluey, 48 or 43. Very good. Oh, another swing and miss. 141 Ks, 4 up the over, 1 for 133. That could be a wide.
Well, the other thing to remember is they've basically played a lot of the games without an overseas player. Like this game, Michael Lum is 12th man and McCullum wasn't available. They've had Bravo play a couple of games, so basically they've used the local talent to get through.
Yeah, Damien Fleming going out on a limb, calling that one a wide.
Was it height or the line, or a bit of both, you reckon?
I'd like to just check the height on that one.
Thought the line was all right.
That's the Harmison hallway. I think it's been a confidence-building series for young Maddinson. He scored 100 on debut in Sheffield Shield cricket, showing he's got the ability to score a lot of runs in the Big Bash as well.
So Edmondson back into the attack, rolling the dice a bit, the Scorchers. Well, that's gone up in the air. That has gone miles up. Don't like his chances here, but he's taken it. It's Marcus North. He didn't look comfortable, really. But in the end, that is an excellent catch.
Well, I tell you who didn't want it, Brad Hogg. He was out there as well, and he was looking at Marcus North. And that is a very, very good catch. That's gone a long way up. And the Scorchers, well, they're still in it. Nick Maddinson's gone. And a wicket to Edmondson.
Well, great leadership from the captain, Marcus North. He wanted it all the way. And that is beautiful hands. He had to run so far. It's gone very high. And he's so cool under pressure, Marcus North. So the wicket they needed, Maddinson on his way for 10. The Sixers, 2 for 134.
So 23 off 22. Two for 134, the Sydney Sixers. They are chasing 157 for victory. Stephen Smith, the new batsman, the skipper, normally pretty good in these situations, thinks about the game quite well. Busy player, and he joins O'Keefe, 48 from 44. Edmondson's been brought back into the attack and has got the wicket. He's got the breakthrough of Maddinson. Very good catch to Marcus North. Another play and a miss from O'Keefe.
I'll tell you what, the beauty of 2020 cricket is if Edmondson bowls a good over here, even though the Sixers have looked home and hose most of the innings, there's still going to be a lot of pressure on them.
And this is the wicket, Marcus North. Brad Hogg saying that one's yours, skipper. And he should quite rightly give him a pat on the back for that one. And shots of Paul Rifle.
There's the ramp shot. It's gone up in the air. Someone's underneath it and taken. Well, is there another twist in this game? The crowd thinks so.
It's twisting now, Bluey. Amazing over from Edmondson. 2 wickets in the over. It's only cost 1 run. This is turning the match.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it? All of a sudden, the Sixers are under pressure. Stephen O'Keefe's played a good innings. He's tried that ramp shot a number of times. It hasn't come off. And this time, Remington takes a pretty good catch running back. And they're back in it, the Scorchers. Don't worry about that.
Well, he swung like a rusty gate most of his innings, but he did get 48 runs, 48 handy runs, 3 for 134. Edmondson to continue. Ben Rohrer, the new batsman. He's at the non-strikers end, and a run out! No! Just missed. The backhander from Marcus North, and you see him suggesting missed by about an inch.
The Mark War special. Junior, talk us through what he did wrong here.
Well, he didn't hit the stumps, but a brilliant bit of fielding. He was mighty close. And, oh, it was close. And all of a sudden, a bit of pressure on the Sixers here.
Oh, surely not. There's a little lap. That's almost carrying to Mitchell Marsh. Lands about 5 metres short. I'll tell you what, that is the over that the Scorchers needed. 3 for 135. Length ball just guided down. That'll be a boundary. No third man.
Well, that's a great shot by Stephen Smith. Cool as you like, under pressure. Wasn't a great ball, was it? It was back of a length. He just waited for it, opened up the face. Very good shot.
Yeah, he's just been injected with some war coolness. Under pressure, opening up the face. Third man up, fine leg up. Remington was brought over for his specialty at bowling at the death, which he's done well for Queensland over the years. That time, not executing right.
Another short one. Fine legs up inside the circle, so that's going to be another boundary.
Smith taking the game away from the Scorchers right at the moment, and he's going length. He needs to be right in the block hole with this type of field.
Well, length, that was a long hop. That was an awful delivery, but very well put away by Stephen Smith. That's exceptional batting. When you need a boundary, he's just peeled off 2 in a row.
Well, with third man inside the circle, fine leg inside the circle, you can't be short. Simple as that. Got to be in the block hole. Everything straight's protected. So a poor first couple of deliveries from Nathan Remington has got Marcus North scratching his head, changing the field. Third man now goes back. Only got 3 inside the circle at the moment. Fine legs coming back in. So they've got backward point, cover, mid-wicket, and short fine leg. They're 4 men inside the circle, plus the keeper, of course. That's all they need at the moment. They're going to come back for 2. Hesitation. Good throw. No, just a little bit wide.
How well has Stephen Smith come out and hit the ball? The captain leading from the front. 11 off just 5 deliveries. So Remington, they need wickets. He's not getting the ball in that Yorker length, right in the block hole. He needs to get there.
Length ball, trying to find that third man area again. Smith nearly chopped it on. Back chopped it straight to Ronke.
The dot ball, they need that one. So 12 off 14. With 2 balls left in this over. Remington needs to bowl 2 dot balls, and preferably to get rid of Stephen Smith.
Oh, and that's going to be 4. Well, that's been a little bit unlucky for the bowler on that occasion, but Stephen Smith will take them. More handy runs for the Sixers.
I've seen a few of them tonight, French cuts. To be honest, it wasn't a great delivery. It was wide and full. I think it might have been the slow ball. Let's have a look. Just come out slow and inside edge. So all of a sudden, this little cameo from the skipper, Stephen Smith, has pretty much got the Sixers into a very much a winning position here.
Oh, and that was going to be wide, but he reached it, and it is a dot ball to finish off that over. 15 off. 3 for 150, the Sixers.
Yep.
As Stephen Smith gets a single.
So unbelievable enough, Ben Rohrer comes out to face his first ball. He's been out there for a while, seeing plenty of action from Stephen Smith's bat, and he's a very clever cricketer. You think he'll be just trying to get bat on ball, rotate the strike.
Well, Marcus North, I'm sure, is sort of tossing up at the moment what he does with his field. Does he try and get everyone in, create a bit of a ring? But you want to take the game as deep as you can, don't you? You want to take it into that last over. So if they bring him up this over and they do leak a boundary, definitely curtains. So still going, well, he's got 1 extra inside the circle. So 5, trying to save the 1. And he finds the gap. Actually, he might get 2, and he will. That hurts.
Yeah, so just the boundary needed for the Sixers to win this BBL KFC Big Bash with the city-based teams this year. And they look like they're going to be the winners, you'd have to think. Just 1 boundary away. Edmondson, he's got 4 balls left in this over, then another over to come.
Slashed away, well fielded. Chance at the non-striker's end. Well, that would have been a sensational run out. It was a great piece of work, diving away to his right. And he threw off balance. He had to try and get rid of it. And in the end, wide of the stumps.
Well, if he'd hit the stumps, that would have been the fielding incident of the tournament. He's still such a live wire. Brilliant stuff. I mean, he's been a high-quality fielder throughout his career and almost got another run out.
So just 3 now required for the Sixers. And that's a good Yorker from Edmondson. They need about 8 or 9 more of those.
They do indeed. He's done well, Edmondson. He's picked up a couple of wickets. He's picked up wickets all the way through the competition. I think he might be second on the leading wicket takers with 14. In fact, he is. He's one behind Rana. So can he top the tally with another wicket in this over?
And that's it. The Sixers have won it. They've done it in fine fashion. They've had to win away. And there's the old boys, McGilla and Lee, running on. Aren't they a happy team? So they should be. The Perth Scorchers came into this game as clear favourites, but the Sixers have chased runs as well at the WACA, which has been hard all season. And the Sixers are winners of the BBL for season 2011-2012. Well done, lads.
That's a big win by the Sixers. They've got a team that's been put together by a few retired players, some old boys there. They've done it without an overseas player, and they've come to Perth in foreign conditions, and they've done really, really well. That is a big effort. The Scorchers, they'll be disappointed. They've been probably the best team throughout the competition, but they're off their game tonight, and the Sixers have pounced and they've won the competition.
Wonderful scenes. See the celebrations of the Sixers. Stuart McGill a few months ago winning the Big Bash, or being part of a team that won, would have been a million miles away. And Brett Lee shaking hands. He set it up today, 2 wickets in his first over. And unfortunately for the Scorchers, who have had a tremendous tournament, they couldn't bring it home in the final.
Well, it started very well for the Sixers, didn't it? A couple of wickets for Brett Lee in his first over. Herschel Gibbs, the real star for the Scorchers, went very first ball. They've been used to getting off to great starts, so straight away they were up against it, the Scorchers. They got to 156. And in a final, you might have thought that was enough, but it was a really good run chase, and it was set up by Enriquez. 70 off 41, hit the ball nice and cleanly. O'Keefe, well, he swung and missed quite a lot, but he ended up with 48 from 46. So 48 valuable runs, 10 from 13 from Maddinson. And what a good little knock from the captain, Stephen Smith, who hit the winning runs, 21 off 11, and they got there with 7 balls to spare.
Yeah, it was a great little innings by Stephen Smith. The bowling for the Scorchers, well, they tried hard. Veer went for 29 from 3. Coulter Nile looked dangerous, even though he didn't get a wicket. Edmondson bowled well, as did Brad Hogg. Mitchell Marsh just the single over, but in the end, they didn't have quite enough runs to defend. And the Sixers have overrun that 156 with just over an over to spare. And we've got the players celebrating their victory, the Sixers.
I've got Stuart McGill here with me. Congratulations. How does that victory feel?
It feels very emotional, actually. I didn't think that when I started this year I'd get this far, let alone win, so it's awesome.
Great to be amongst a great group of guys that have really given it their all here tonight.
We've always been a very, very tight group. This is the core of the New South Wales side, and it's a core of the side that's looked after me pretty much ever since I moved from Perth. So I'm absolutely loving every second with these guys, and it's a great way to cap it off, really.
Sure is. Great to see some of the young guys too really stand up tonight. Moses Enriquez and Steve O'Keefe did a terrific job with the bat.
Mate, Moses Enriquez, I love watching him bat. I told him that before he went out tonight, and he put on a show for all of us, so it was great.
Obviously, this is the pinnacle, the absolute highlight of the season, but what have been some of the other highlights for you?
Look, I think, a couple of the games at the SCG, if I'm honest. I mean, the first game I played since I, came back and having my family there. It's a shame this game wasn't at the SCG, but, I'm taking a win. It's the only trophy I didn't have in the cupboard, so got the set now.
For sure. We've enjoyed watching the cricket, the 2020 cricket at the SCG this summer. It's the first time it's been played there. Hopefully we'll see plenty more of it there with you there.
I'm not sure whether or not you'll see much more of me, but let's see how the next couple of weeks goes. It's been so much fun, it's going to be hard to give it up.
We'll relish every minute of this victory. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
And we will hand it over now to Brendan Julian with the presentation.
Good on you, thanks Jess. I'm sure we will see Stuart McGill next season after the boys are winning there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the presentation. Firstly, I'd just like to welcome Nikki Lawson from KFC. Thanks for coming along, Nikki. And also to the crowd here tonight, over 16,000 have got out here. Very tough conditions for the crowd, 41 degrees, so put your hands together for yourselves tonight. Thank you for coming. Well supported over here in Perth, in the BBL and right around the country. Over 550,000 people have strolled through the gates, so thanks to everyone involved in the BBL. Let me get into the presentations. I'd like to welcome the player of the final here tonight, Moses Enriquez. You're up, mate. Come forward. Well played, mate. What a good time to firstly kick off your best performance in the BBL.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a long time coming, but I'm just glad I guess I got it right out of the way.
And what about tonight, mate? Did you ever think that was enough runs?
Sorry? You know, we thought we bowled really well. Obviously, Binger and Stu did a really good job to restrict them to under 160, and we always knew we were a chance after that total.
All right. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Moses Enriquez, ladies and gentlemen, our player of the final. I'd also like to mention... Nikki, you do the honours. I'd also like to mention David Hussey has been voted the player of the series. 243 runs at an average of 40 and 8 wickets. So congratulations also to David Hussey, the player of the series in the BBL. I'd like to now welcome Marcus North to the microphone just to say a few words on behalf of the Perth Scorchers.
Thanks, Beach. Smithy, you had an outstanding group of players, mate. We've got a lot of respect the way you guys go about things, and congratulations tonight. You certainly outplayed us. To my boys, we've been very proud of the way we've gone about things over the last 7 weeks. We've got a great squad. It's been very, very enjoyable and a real privilege to lead you guys. Played some outstanding cricket. Just unfortunately, we couldn't do it tonight. To the crowd, you guys have been outstanding. I think it's the 4th sellout in a row. Truly appreciate playing in this environment with your support. Again, as a player group, we're pretty devastated about tonight, and we're sorry we couldn't give you something more to cheer about. Thank you.
Marcus North, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to now invite Stephen Smith, the captain of the Sydney Sixers, to come forward to say a few words as well.
Just first of all, I want to say thanks to the Scorchers. They've had outstanding tournaments all season. Marcus North led it beautifully. All of our fans and members back home, I'd like to say thank you to them. I'd like to say thanks to our Cricket New South Wales CEO, Dave Gilbert, our Cricket New South Wales Chairman, Dr. Harry Haranath, our Sixers General Manager, Stuart Clark, and our Sixers Chairman, Maurice Newman, for all their support back home, and thanks to all the Sixers fans that have come out here tonight. Thank you. And our boys. Well done to our boys as well.
Yeah, you've got to thank the team. Will the Sydney Sixers please move forward? Come up, guys. Nikki Lawson's presented you with a trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions for the BBL 01, the Sydney Sixers.
That is huge.
What a catch!
What a brilliant catch.
Bowling!
Oh, the ramp.
What a catch!
Let's hit him. Oh!
Yeah. Cash Money Heroes.
I want to try and slide one in there. Fast.
Well, you called it.
Yes! That is brilliant! Down the ground, what a fantastic performance from the West Indian.
Oh, that's an edge.
Out! Eight goes straight down. Great catch.
This has been a Fox Sports production.